or so timings when you've got the ultimates available, you can find the supernova. You can look to burst it down and make Miposhka not have quite as much of an impact.
All right, well, we got our second game underway here. beastcoast up against Spirit. Where are we kind of putting our chips for this one? Are we leaning towards one side or the other, or do we still feel like this is relatively even?
I think it's even. I'm inclined to lean more towards Beast Coast just because I really think it would have been a good Ursa pick, and I'm sad that they didn't do it. Sorry, Yatoro, he's going to walk into him in his attribute shift already, so no waveform to be able to get away.
Big kill if they're going to be able to find it. It looks like they can. Just an easy chase down. Fire Spits will really make him work for it. Even C Smile is going to charge in as well. They'd love to give the first blood over the position too, and well,
that'll do.
Spits says, no sir, that is mine.
Does make C Smile's lane a little bit more challenging. It's very rare that you're looking to get the onslaught at level 1. Most of the time it's the uproar, so wonder if that's going to impact his first wave. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, just going a little bit too far out there on the Morphling. I think that the reason behind picking this one up is that what we saw from last game was that they were maybe a little bit spooked in the fact that they hit their timing and they didn't execute it, and these dual cores were able to come online for Beast Coast. This time around, it is just the one core, realistically. Like, K1 is going to be the one to carry this game. He's the one to take the towers. Mid lane?
I think C-Smart just had to charge in to protect Stinger. It's going to be a lot of damage with the Battery Sword and the Fire Spirit.
Yeah, but I think Morphling, there was like hedging their bets, right? If it gets late, they feel like the Morphling is the better matchup against the Wraith King, and you're going to be able to get the burst through onto the likes of the Silencer, onto the Puck. You're a natural Manta builder as well, which is quite good against the Global Silence and the Waning Rift, so maybe that was their mindset, just both respecting the fact that they didn't want a couple of failed rotations just to cause a relatively early GG, but it's been a great Ursa game.
Ah, yes, the classic position, well, the support's just the right-click battle. Gojira still hasn't leveled anything just yet, and he's kind of coming out on top, but now with another round of the Fire Spirits, Gojira's going to be sent packing.
I mean, even Whisper was trading favorably against Yatoro in lane. Like, he was actually bodying him, getting last hits, getting denies at the same time as harassing him out and causing him to burn a lot of that regen. Even just with the way that he positions himself to be as far away as possible from the Morphling, using the attack range. If you're 500 or more attack range away, the creeps don't aggro in onto you. So Puck has 550 attack range, making sure that he can still look to harass while getting last hits and while bullying Yatoro away without taking that damage.
Just that fine line that Whisper knows perfectly.
Even with that aggressive play enabling this pull to happen, Miposhka's at least going to grab the range creep, but it's multiple creeps that Yatoro isn't farming, and he's getting caught.
They might be able to blow him up. Woo! It's something that he's going to have to be a little bit concerned about throughout this lane. He's actually moving on forward. Miposhka got his own level 2 as well. Not enough damage to try and kill off the toss, but it is a lot of spells being traded back and forth.
And it is no dive available, although Whisper, have you overstayed? Taken down just the level 1 on the Fiery Spirits for now. It's really the level 3.
Kojira maybe just wanted
Whisper?
to deny, but I don't think Whisper wants to lose his own life. Great dodge. Just gets the jaunt away from Miposhka. The Phoenix is very, very weak level 1 and level 2. Once you get that second point in Fire Spirit, you're an okay laner. But the fact that he's just bodying 2 heroes out is huge for this lane on Spirit. Should not be going this well.
And the fact that you've got 2 ranged heroes as well, and you've dodged out this Silencer laning matchup is great for him too. So doing a fantastic job right now on Miposhka. Nearly lands onto the salve as well, but Whisper with the Fiery Spirits, but won't be able to connect. Just trying to trade with Gojira right now. Not too bad right-click damage coming through from the Phoenix. With the Fairy Fire, he's got about an 8 damage advantage.
Well, meanwhile, on the other side lane, we see that you've got the double melee versus at least K1's Wraith King once again, and Stinger on the Silencer. And well, Stinger's got no mana to play with. Collapse has got the mana burn creep, and Mirror's just been consistently using the cogs as well to make sure the Silencer can't play with any abilities. He does have a Clarity and 2 mangoes as well, but they've really tried to put a lot of emphasis on minimizing the effect of the Silencer in this lane.
Yep. And, well, there we go. Mana burn put onto K1. Nowhere near as strong as it used to be. which is kind of silly to see how effective it was there. Mira might look to move over to the right to try and get a bit of harass in onto K1, but doesn't want to dive into the middle of a creep wave. But I think Team Spirit are satisfied enough just to make sure that there's no damage coming back their own way. Actually, mana burns K1 instead, and that's why they need to use the slow.
They get a lot of damage at the moment, but with Collapse being stuck inside the cogs as well, is going to help out with bringing down the Wraith King's life, and Mira will also easily survive. So beautifully done from Spirit. Meanwhile, mid lane, Tonto Tokyo almost going down. A Vortex going to allow him to get some distance away from Primal Beast, who was playing aggressive.
Might even allow Primal Beast to get both of these water runes, depending on how quickly Tokyo is able to clean out the wave, but he looks to emphasize it, spamming out that Static Remnant, so at least he's going to get the top order rune. Just something else from Mira on the bottom side that I really like that more and more players are doing these days. He made sure to pop the Tango before going for that kill attempt there. He gets away on about 30 HP, and that's all because of that passive regen that he had coming through during that gank attempt.
Really see that Spirit are doing an exceptional job to start the lanes. All the cores, 1, 2, 3 in the last hits, I should say.
It was pretty equivalent. Morphling basically the same as the Primal Beast right now, so despite Whisper doing a great job at the very start of the laning stage, as soon as Miposhka joined, just going to show why he's such a highly valued member of the team.
So early was a lot of the rotations out of Toronto Tokyo's tiny in that game one. Do we feel like we could see a similar case in the second game once he finds the level 6 on the Storm Spirit?
Potentially. I mean, you do have a really squishy offlaner, right, in the puck, so I'd say that's going to be the main concern. You just want to take away a little bit of that damage potential, and I think you might be lacking in a bit of damage
bottom
yourself.
lane. See, Smile's going to look to try and TP down. They've been able to scout out Collapse in the tree line. And they can also chase down another. Stinger just slips back to the safety of the tower.
Tokyo's here, but he doesn't have his ult.
That he doesn't indeed. As top lane, Whisper gets a free kill by himself, but we're not done just yet down bottom. Great use of the cogs from Mira is going to be able to prevent the snowball from going on forward. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana. He might actually even go for the kill onto Stinger, but the rest of the boys show up and will make sure Stinger does not go down for free. Oh. Not the courier.
And he didn't get K1's career as well, so he's completed his phase boots now. The lane's a little bit easier, being able to run away from that 2 points of the Scorched Earth.
Well, some great sequence of events, isn't it, for beastcoast? We were just saying that Spirit were off to a good start. They had a very minimal net worth lead. Then you get the kill on the Phoenix, you get the kill on the Doom, and also the Clockwork
Tokyo's
goes
not
down.
5, but not 6.
Oh, lucky haste rune, and now they actually might go back onto Gojira.
They want to get a creep
They do
kill.
have to be cautious about the level 6 from C Smile. He's going to try and move in with the Pulverize. Toronto Tokyo, does he get that last little bit of damage? They do, and now he has the level 6 on the Storm Spirit. Not too much mana to play with, nor health as well, so he's not going to continue with that attempt. Meanwhile, though, on the other side of the map, Collapse and Mira, considering about diving Sting up, but they're already happy with what they've got, and they were able to kill off K1's Wraith King.
Mira backing up. He's got the Tranquil Boots ready to come out to him as well, enabling him to stay on this lane a little bit more, be that rotator that I was talking about. And you got to make sure that you're doing that, right? Taking away the bounty rune would be a really nice tool to be able to assist with, you know, opening up the map a little bit more for even just Miposhka, right? They're playing for that little bit later timing on Team Spirit. You got to get some points into the Sunray to truly enable this impact on the Phoenix.
How early they're just rotating these support door, leaving Yatora solo and just wanting to really trying to enable the Doom. Might go for the kill onto Stinger. They do have this Observer Ward scouting out the pull attempt. They don't want to reveal themselves just yet.
They're playing right on the edge of the vision. He actually didn't reveal himself in the fog there, so they've dodged this one out.
Collapse under the tower. Well, he doesn't have the boys nearby at the moment. A TP's going to come through, but it'll be cancelled. Mira and
K1
will finally reveal their positioning. They should be able to get Stinger, but can they get more out of this?
They really want K1.
Gojira's... they won't be able to find him within the tree line. They've got to catch up to Gojira. Oh no, he uses the snowball, so it's going to go back closer. Sunray is available. Miposhka should be able to burn down the Tusker's life.
They're pinging him. Collapse knows.
Great scan. Great scan. They know exactly where K1 is, so they instantly move over to the right side.
Triple.
But we see Smile rotating a little bit too late. Maposha gets the triple kill, and in the end, they do finally bring down the Wraith King.
When it's a good Phoenix game, it is a good Phoenix game, and Maposhka is making it look like an amazing one. Obviously, that dual range lane, able to secure the farm for Yatoro, coming down to the bottom side, getting the triple kill. Some good teamwork as well, of course, with the scan getting put off there by Collapse, but now he's even got the full Tranquils finished up, he's got the full wand. You don't need many items, you just need levels.
Toronto Tokyo. Arcane Rune on to see Smile. Gojiro's going to be nearby, and the rest of Beast Coast is starting to pivot their attention to protect the Primal Beast, as that's going to enable the kill into Toronto Tokyo. Now they can even move their attention down towards Maposhka, but a dive into the tree line and a TP out, they will not be able to have the damage to secure the kill.
Value raindrops coming through. There's a reason that Maposhka is the only pro player that I've got a sticker of so far. He is just an incredibly good player, just in terms of his mechanics, in terms of what he does for the motivation of the team, and even just that warding game that he's able to accomplish. So at the moment, he is by far the MVP for me this game. Let's see what he's able to do once that Supernova is available.
Both mid laners rotating bottom. It's going to be Toronto Tokyo that finds the opening first, but C-Smile wants to hit back. He's got Gojira nearby. Look at the silence as well. Holding the Storm Spirit thanks to Whisper's rotation. Now with the coil as well, leashing two together. Beautiful movements coming out from the cores from Bisco is going to further enable the kills across the map.
And this is the thing, Maposhka, you're going to have the reincarnate on K1, maybe just forcing him to pop it here. Unless the life still comes through. Oh no, oh no!
Oh, the lucky crit. Oh, I guess cooldown has never mind. It was a big crit.
It was a big crit
one
coming through, that's for sure. I mean,
we'll go with that.
Maposhka had to be there, right? Otherwise, K1 would have done the thing that I mentioned that he loves to do. All the while, have a look on the minimap while this is happening. He's in the mid lane. He's trying to push that mid tower. And it would have just been a bunch of skeletons. Even with Maposhka being there, excuse me, it gets down to about half HP. So the fact that they're able to get that, get a solo kill, and a 3-for-1 trade is just a really big boost coming through for Beast Coast. At least for Team Spirit, Yatoro farming on his own on the top side, uncontested, getting up to that level 8. And they get a hook.
Potentially even a kill now for Yatoro. See, Snowball will make him work for it, and also, I guess, doesn't give the gold over to Yatoro. But like you said, this morph thing is completely uncontested. Top of the net worth, and even with all the attention we've been put down on bottom, 3 deaths on Collapse, he's still second in net worth as well. He's got the Midas and 2 points in Devour, so the Doom is still finding his own farm.
And Maposhka able to address this mid lane as well. The Fire Spirits, if needed, going to be able to drag the, actually, kill?
Maybe it's trying to set up top to see Smile. I don't think he's going to have enough damage here with the Pulverize. A very early use of the Global Silence, and needed a +1 to help out with this attempt onto Yatoro, and this is a lot now expended. See what Spirit can get out of this.
Yeah, I wonder if they now look to, with that being on cooldown, just again opt to go for the farm game or Collapse. He hasn't leveled up the Doom just yet, but he's nearly about to go to level 8, so maybe he considers making a play alongside of Maposhka, just because you're going to have that Supernova available.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Really wouldn't surprise me to see them just go down the passive route, though, on Team Spirit. Just sit back. Don't waste the timing that you had, like in game number 1. Collapse, he's ready to get into that dagger.
Gojira and Mira are going to run both into each other, but unfortunately for Mira, he now has a Primal Beast that's on top of him as well.
Radiant's top tower.
Poshka denies the region. Toronto Tokyo zips in at the same time to try and pick it up. So
he didn't know it was happening.
A little bit unfortunate.
It's fine. Yeah.
Again, space for Yatoro. Like, look, it's a T1 tower going down for free. This Morphling, they're going to have a big issue with being able to address it. It's going to be such an early Manta style for him to play with.
And there's the other issue that we were mentioning during the draft as well, right? It's a 12-9 kill score. There's a little bit of pressure now being put onto this mid-tier 1 tower, but the kills aren't actually resulting in these big objectives to be able to enable some of the pickoffs onto the more important heroes like that Morphling. Mid-tier 1 still standing, tier 1's everywhere still standing, and Yatoro getting solo kills across the map.
Pipes on bottom, tries to TP up, and C-Smart just there in the nick of time. Able to stop that short with the onslaught. So unstoppable streak here for the Primal Beast. 6-0-4 is the mid lane from Beast Coast.
Gonna Gonna go for a smoke here. Again, no global silence for the next 15 or so seconds, so if they can instantly connect here, it's on to Stinger, not the worst.
Take the fight. C-Smile's considering about going back in. He doesn't have the greatest mana to play with, but the rest of Beast Coast, they're going to swing their attention over as well. A great use of the Supernova is going to be able to cover the retreat. Beast Coast going to try and move over to bring it down. If they got the right clicks, they do not. But the damage isn't there. They don't have the response coming out from Spirit. Maybe the Sunray can help burn down the members as Miposhka finds a double kill and is going to be able to enable the retreat as Toronto Tokyo just survives on a slither of health, but the rest of the team will not be so fortunate. Finally, Beast Coast are able to catch a break in that team fight, getting a couple kills towards the end.
And C-Smile just quietly getting himself a monster kill. 8-0 and 4 at this stage again. Yatoro, not part of the fight. He's just up here on the top side. Tier 2 tower is down to less than half HP. This is something that I thought K1 might be looking to do because of the pressure that they were wanting to put onto Yatoro's farm, but they're ignoring him entirely. Another great sequence of events coming through from Spirit, being able to get off that level 1 Supernova, multiple uses of the Fiery Spirits, getting the kill onto K1 as well with Miposhka, a double kill coming through from him, 7-3 and 0.
Wow. I reckon Toronto Tokyo survived on under 50 health.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Well, the fact that he was able to live, get all the experience, get all the gold.
They're hunting for Yatoro though. They've got the global.
Radiant's middle
So, I mean,
they have the scan.
Miposhka, this positioning, if he's able to stick around and catch them out, they're going to see he's there first though, but I mean, he's done it.
There's the global silence to cover, but the fingers were fast. The smoke popped thanks to Miposhka. Yatoro was able to get the attribute shift off. That's all they needed. Again, a global silence not providing them anything here for Beast Coast.
And now Yatoro just feels a little bit safer to move a little bit more aggressively. There's no camps for him to farm for now, but just needs to wait for that 15-minute mark. The nighttime might be a little bit scary. You know, they might be thinking, did they place up any kind of vision while they were going for that little bit of a skirmish here? Miposhka, he was able to get the singular D-ward off with the Fiery Spirits for that high ground vision. They actually get the deny off as well onto their own tower. Toronto Tokyo, it feels, is really waiting for that level 12 timing. He's got the Witchblade almost finished. He'll be fine. They don't have damage. They need the global silence. They need the Primal Beast to be there.
Yeah. He's going to be the one that's in trouble as well here down bottom. Team Spirit aren't playing behind the clockwork, looking to be up to his good old shenanigans as a position 4, but this will now give Spirit their own opportunity to try and move into the jungle. Miposhka may be trying to drop down some vision, but he is under the cover of East Coast's own ward.
Yeah, and they ping it out immediately. That's the downside of being dead, I suppose, right? You're able to just look around the map, not have to worry about your own game.
We're very close every time here. Whisper's going to be really quick on the fingers with the Waning Rift. If he can get this replicate out and use that puck silence to his own advantage, he can definitely find a solo kill onto Whisper.
Yeah, and immediately after that gets de-watered, they ping out the fact that they've got this vision on the high ground. Yatoro gets out of the triangle and back towards the safety of his own side of the map. This is the benefit around playing with a tier 1 tower that's still up at the 16-minute mark. The team fight coming through from Team Spirit's pretty good, but you got to make sure that you've got the avenues for the boys to join in. Toronto Tokyo,
so do we feel like
he's level 12. He's got his Witchblade up. Might just look to go back to the base, get full health and mana, and make a movement out onto the map.
Do we feel like Beast Coast are going to continue to play kind of reactionary at this game? I mean, you're down 5,000 gold. Are they happy with just farming? Or do they need to kind of find some fights pretty shortly?
Don't think you can afford to be honest. I mean, it's getting to the stage where Miposhka, he's only level 9.
Well, the global silence as well. He didn't get the attribute ship, but the damage isn't going to be there as Beast Coast have already used all their spells. See, Smile will charge in, but again, he's too late as the boys have shown up protecting Yatoro, playing around with the puck replicates, and now they can go back in for the Primal Beast as Mira is on point with the hook shot. They won't have ways to go through the BKB hour, so C Smile's even going to consider about turning back around, trying to unleash his anger onto Mira. But he will, I believe, live.
He's got the wand. Doesn't even need it. Tranquil Boots as well. Sticks out on the map. Don't get the... Okay. It's no Cobalt Creep. We're not getting a Chrysalis 2.0 coming through here with the low HP death. But yeah, great response. And again, the benefit of the tier 1 tower, right? You can just instantly TP the entire team to be able to assist you. Miposhka wasn't even there at the time. He's busy making stacks for Morphling to continue to accelerate.
Such a scary game here, and we see Scepter is going to be that next item. I mean, you happy with playing with the Primal Beast? We've seen it before.
Morphed into the puck that time around just for the little bit of extra silence through, so wouldn't hate that one either.
Dire's
20%.
top tower
Yeah, you'll
is
take.
under
What's the
attack.
status resistance?
20%.
40%. Okay.
Oh, status is 40%, yeah.
See this smoke? Looks like Spirit are reading this. Anticipating Beast Coast setting multiple members up top. They've got a great ward to play with. They're going to get the counter jump in. The blink reveal onto Yatoro. This time they're going to be able to finally bring him down. But can they address the supernova as well? They need to split from the area, and they won't be able to do so fast enough as K1 stuck under the tier 1 tower. Another round of the sun ray just burning him to a crisp. And a Whisper as well is going to be in trouble. Collapse with the jump in. They might be lacking some extra spells to bring down the park, as even Stingers nearby to try and get a rebuttal.
Tower is under
Will be
attack.
enough for the use of the last word. So in the end, not the worst team fight for Beast Coast. Finally, they're able to deal with Yatoro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at the replay to see what was happening with that one. Of course, he has the Manta style, but he picks it up at the very beginning, still not able to get that attribute shift off. That's the benefit of the Primal Beast, right? Just slamming through the middle of that, hitting onto everyone. See Smile, it's clear that he's just playing in complete comfort with this hero.
I mean, Denok, you asked for it, though, that the Phoenix doing the most damage there for Team Spirit. In fact, the most damage throughout the entirety of this team fight. And you really need to address it now from Beast Coast, because they did not in the draft, and we're not seeing them address it in the game as well. So do we need to see some item change-ups for them, or even just game-style change-ups as well to deal with Miposhka? Because he's really doing too much.
He is, and but I think Whisper's probably done the best thing possible, right? Going into that early Spirit Vessel, does a pretty good job against both the Morphling and the Phoenix, and honestly, even the Doom to a lesser extent.
Down bottom, they're onto K1.
No.
They know the reincarnation was used prior, so just an easy, clean kill for Team Spirit. But Beast Coast is starting to move towards the neighborhood. See, Smile's going to look to enter the high ground onto Mira. Yatoro, does he feel safe enough to be able to stand his ground? He's even got Toronto Tokyo that's happy about zipping in, but the Global Silence covers the initiation. Now the Pulverize as well. They were ready. They were just waiting for the Storm Spirit to enter the fight, and Beast Coast collapse on him.
They do. What? What am I gonna say? Who's farming? Yatoro's farming, Collapse is farming. They have to commit all 5 heroes to try and make something out of that on Beast Coast, and they just don't on Team Spirit. It might be the 2-for-1 trade, but I still feel like you're alright with the situation. Miposhka now, he's reached level 12, and he's getting into the Lotus Orb for himself shortly too. He's already got the Perseverance finished up, so now just a couple of items away. And that's going to provide him so much utility where he doesn't have to worry so much around the Global Silence. You're almost going to need to use it specifically against the Sunray because of how effective it's going to be.
Dire's structures
He's even
are
got the
fortified.
Aghanim Shard, though, to be able to deal with that, right? As long as you're in the Supernova, that Sunray's going to go off.
Such a high level as well from Miposhka. Highest level out of all the supports.
Yep.
I don't think they'd killed the egg once, so now good luck doing it with an extra couple attacks. Very scary. Beast Coast 8,000 deficit. And K1 is finding his farm. I wonder if they just look to wait towards the BKB here, because Wraith King is dying way too fast in his team fights.
Got to be careful on Miposhka there. Just gets away, going up against the double silence. Could have potentially fallen down, but they know that at least they're going to get some vision back here with the fact that he was able to react so quickly. But that's the main priority. Get Miposhka into his Lotus Orb and don't give too much in exchange. Yatoro, is he only, does he have the Ags now? I think he might have it finished up. So if they can claim this, plus the Roshan, that'd be a big team fight set to come through for Team Spirit. It's just a question of, do you wait for this timing on Miposhka? Because you're going to have to make a decision, right? Either you come bottom to try and defend this push, or a lot of your movements are going to be smoked out, or the Phoenix gets the farm that he needs. So it's a difficult position for Beast Coast to be in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We do see, though, that a bit of a window for either side, honestly, getting some big items. And even talents as well. C-Smile just got the level 15. So the Dispel on the Uproar, even got the Kaya and the double damage rune as well. Of course, a lot of extra effectiveness with the Trample. And then the Scepter was now completed for Yatora. So he's in fighting shape, and well, they're going to look to capitalize. The Global Silencer protecting the puck, but it won't be used aggressively.
Oh, that will, though.
Whisper's still able to find a triple coil, but the instant use of the Supernova is going to be able to protect Team Spirit, so Beast Coast need to get out. They won't be able to at the moment. Unfortunately, he's going to snowball himself into the middle, and well, that'll be into his own grave.
They got to back off completely now, though, on Beast Coast. They used a lot to be able to protect this, and Toronto Tokyo, he was considering coming forward, but really wants to pick up that BKB. He's tired of getting locked down once he makes that full-on commitment, so this is a big win coming through from Team Spirit. They only use the Supernova, and you've got the Sunray maxed out, so I think that you can just look to converge onto that mid lane, try and get a singular pick-off using the Storm Spirit with the BKB once he finishes it up, and then look to secure the Roche for yourselves.
Even though with this net worth deficit, it really does feel like the Beast Coast, if they just get the right start to the fight, they can without a doubt come back.
Can indeed, but I mean, even Collapse, he's almost got his Ags. Prioritizing it a little bit earlier means that if he's on top of the snowball saves as well, you might just be setting yourself up for a team-wide silence.
Zip in. Sansa to the Pulverize. He wanted the Arcane Room for Toronto Tokyo.
Get
He'll
it.
have to use his first BKB defensively.
Well, they'll be a little annoyed on Team Spirit that they had to expend something to get something there, but they're actually going to consider doing Roshan here.
Okay. Supernova's on cooldown, along with the Global Silence. Very, very similar cooldowns.
No BKB, but that Ags Doom might be the game changer. Do they have a smoke available on Team Spirit? I actually feel he got the Clockwork Ags as well. Just 1,300 gold away.
Oh. Alright, Mirror's pretty goddamn farm for 8 deaths. I guess he has rushed it. Very big item if they're able to find it. Support's going to have a lot of impact in this game. You take a look at the Beast Coast supports though. Maybe a 4-staff can help out to get out of the cogs and reposition again. It really feels like that's in the name of the game for Beast Coast. You need to try and somehow kite this Supernova.
They've had some pretty good cogs so far, though, like specifically in response to the replies to the Supernova, right? They try and converge in onto it, get the bounce back, just buy them that extra couple of seconds that they need to make the Beast Coast question, do we fully commit or not? Trying to bait out Whisper potentially. Rocket Flare going behind the creep wave at night, so they wouldn't have seen the direction that it was coming from. Still not going to go too deep into the lane. Too many heroes on Team Spirit haven't shown for long enough on the map.
Look at the wraparound there. They've got a pretty nice observer ward. Scouting up Miposhko alone for the moment.
He's got that Lotus though.
Decent.
And you've got the BKB back up on Toronto Tokyo.
Both sides just ready to fight.
Smoke. Goes in
It's
first.
the angle.
It's going to be collapsed.
See Smile.
This to be a big pick.
That it would indeed. Rocket Flare.
Got it. He's got to make
Sees
sure he's got the
K1.
right.
Look shots off the mark. He's going to continue right-clicking some creeps. Toronto Tokyo jumps in and there's the Scepter Reel. An easy assassination to the first light, but up to the northern side, that's important. If they can deal with the Phoenix, they won't have the damage on at the moment. It's still Spirit. They've just locked onto their target. Down goes the Wraith King. Now the team fight is over. As soon as the Supernova's out, Beast Coast need to cut their losses.
Has been killed.
Again, it's that fine line, isn't it? Wanting to farm that little bit extra, but if it means that you're going to cause a death, which might lead into this Roche pit, then very, very much not worth it. K1 realizing how far behind he is relative to not just Yatoro on his waffling, but also the Collapse Doom. Coming through with that Ags reveal and, I mean, making great use out of it. Wasn't able to pop the BKB in response because he just stuck in on top of him. No chance for a snowball save even without the Blink Dagger. To get real creative, like roll through essentially the Doom. You can't just jump in on top of it.
There's another awkward interaction as well with the Snowball Lotus Orb that was actually enough to protect the Phoenix in that fight. Miposhko got brought down incredibly low, but great use of the Lotus to protect him.
Yep. And he's not using Fire Spirits for damage anymore. You know, he's gone into the 500 health. He realizes the importance for him is just live for as long as possible. Use the Fire Spirits to slow down, make sure that you're not able to instantly just wipe out that Supernova, and then all your damage is going to come from the Sunray.
Great Rocket Flare though.
Radiant's top tower is
Spirit
under
scout
attack.
out 3 members of Beast Coast looking to move over to the triangle. They want to play aggressively.
Nice hook shot away.
Even with this
Dire's middle tower is is under attack.
Like they still feel confident to push on forward. I wonder if they might consider committing onto K1 here with the Ags on Yatoro, and with still 25 seconds left on that cooldown for the reincarnation.
Flaps is on the other side of the map farming at the moment, so they won't have the Doom if the fight breaks out straight away.
Got the TP and they made the
In
jump.
fact, they want to take the fight. Toronto Tokyo trying to target down Stinger at the moment. A Global Silence going to be able to cover them. They want to try and deal with the Phoenix as
2
well.
seconds.
That's up to Whisper's job and now C-Smile as well. Finally, they've been able to address Poposhka. Can they deal with Morphling, however? Yatoro is a completely different beast to bring down. They won't be able to do so to start the fight.
Collapse is coming.
The Beast Coast is still charging for more. They still want to try and close the distance, but not be able to do so.
Again, so much expended just for a singular kill, right? Going for another hook shot because Collapse was ready to jump in with that Ags. Almost level 20, level 18, so we'll have the... Well, actually, he's only put the 1 point into it so far. Putting more points into the stats, not wanting the damage, just wanting to always be able to use it with the lower mana cost and with the duration.
Even with the status of this game being 12,000 gold behind, I'm very impressed with how Whisper's playing this puck. 3-1-9, and his role in this game really just to address some of the backline heroes. Of course, it is a lot more difficult now with this Lotus Orb. But just the fact that he's trying to disrupt the Phoenix as much as possible and then enable C-Smile to also follow up. Because you can't, because of how farmer Poster is, it can't just be the puck, it needs to be an extra person. And, you know, Beast Coast are recognizing that. Like, as soon as Poster shows, he's priority number one. Like, they want to show as much hate as possible on him.
I mean, he's probably going to just go into the...
Because of how farmer Poster is, it can't just be the puck, it needs to be an extra person. And, you know, Beast Coast are recognizing that. Like, as soon as Poster shows, he's priority number one. Like, they want to show as much hate as possible on him.
I mean, he's probably going to just go into the Aeon Disc next, right? I wouldn't hate seeing a Yule Scepter perhaps coming through, but yeah, Aeon Disc is going to be even more impactful, and I mean, he's got holding onto the Blast Rig too, realizing that all I need to do is survive in these team fights. They're going to invest heavily onto me, so if I can cause them to do that while actually getting nothing in return, then I'm going to be very satisfied.
Radiant are scanning.
Yatoro as well. He's got up his level 20.
What lane? Onto the Storm Spirit. Toronto Tokyo, oh my lord, he just survives. The Madman's gonna go back in because they've locked in C-Smile inside the cogs. Yatoro's right clicks and now even working with the Primal Beast himself as well. Going deep behind the tier 1 tower. There's an opening for more kills and well, they'll be able to use it perfectly, and Collapse is even looking for the +1. Bit awkward there, going past Stinger. I don't know if a tier 3 tower is going to be a deterrent though. Just needs the help of Toronto Tokyo, and he'll instantly fly on in.
Alright, I mean, this is what happens when you just leave a Morphling to do whatever the hell he wants. Whisper, he couldn't get the solo kill, could he? Onto Collapse, maybe the tower.
Yatoro might get a solo kill as well out of the tier 4 towers. The Orb not going to get too much distance away as the point blank right click is enough to secure the kill. What's going on? Guys, there's towers to be killing. Instead,
he wants a rampage.
They want to be brought down. They want to try and bring K1 down. They know they're about to respawn surely. K1 just hoping that the procs, hoping the life steal is enough to buy him some valuable seconds for the boys to chop, and there they are. A snowball in the nick of time to keep K1 alive. Can they deal with the first life? They can, but have they used too much? Yatoro off the back of the respawn. He still wants to go in. Oh, the Madman. Yatoro's not done. No stopping the train.
He's there.
He should easily get out. There's nothing they can do. C-Smile's going to go for the Phoenix instead. Maybe the easier kill, but it just sets up for another replicate. Are they going too deep here on Spirit? Like, there's no creeps, no other members. Collapse is like, all right, you guys do your stuff. Toronto Tokyo's like, all right, I'm up to farming. It's all on you, Yatoro.
Just have a little bit of fun with it, you know. It's still Dota, it's still a game at the end of the day, and well, he's treating it like that. Wanting the rampage, wanting another highlight for himself. Mira.
Brother.
He's picked up the Ags.
Oh, he stopped the onslaught. Look at the Morph Illusions. Oh my god, the damage. And a BKB will do nothing because Yatoro is just so goddamn farm.
And the artillery's coming. Mira just firing them out all across the map. Trying to keep these waves pushed out, create that little bit of extra fear. And there's even a double damage rune down bottom with that ultra kill. I was looking at it. He reached level 20 and he had the Morbid Mask. In the past couple of minutes, he's gained 4 levels and the gold for a Satanic.
Dope. Very, very cool. Already see the difficulty with killing him off the once. Good luck doing it a second time. They might even be able to catch out Whisper into the tree line.
Considering going for this mid, but
Can Collapse getting range for the... Oh, we can. Beautifully done. Mid lane, though, they're onto Yatoro. The Wraith King, and with the protection from Mirror as well, they're going to be able to push him to the other side. So they've dealt with the first life.
Still has Satanic.
Gojira has the snowball up shortly if required. Yatoro's even got a waveform further into the middle. But Post going to try and provide some assistance if required, but it doesn't matter, dude. Yatoro, it's just so far. They don't have a response. God, like on the Morphling, and while all that was going on, Whisper was getting chased down up top.
They're getting rocketed in their fountain. I love
tower
clockwork.
has fallen.
Scepter's very, very fun.
Radiant's middle barracks has
Give
fallen.
it Toronto,
Radiant's
Tokyo.
middle
Not with the
barracks
team,
has
just
fallen.
keeping this lane pushed in, and they can look to converge up top. I mean,
GG.
Whisper, yeah, he's such a key part of their team fight. It felt like as soon as they stopped getting those individual pickoffs and having those Spirit Vessel charges, you were so much less effective against both the Phoenix, the Morphling, the Doom, everything across the board. It was a good draft by Spirit. And, well, I was a little disappointed they didn't go for the Ursa, but if you're just going to allow a Morphling to sit back and farm and get to this massive state, then this is what's going to happen in the game, right? Yatoro used that space that the rest of his team created for him amazingly. Don't give him the MVP. It was Maposhka. It was 100%